Rajnath Singh, an angry Rajnath Singh, in fact, the former party president and home minister in the NDA government, has today forced the Prime Minister's office as well as the party president Amit Shah to come out strongly in his support, rubbishing rumours and media reports of any allegations of misconduct against Rajnath Singh or his son Pankaj Singh. Despite the fact that the Prime Minister's office has called this a malicious campaign to sully the image of the government, and despite the fact that Rajnath Singh himself has basically dared his detractors, saying that he would quit politics if any of the charges against him or his families are proven, what's happened today has only exposed the fact that there might be a divide at the very top of the BJP. Is this a fight for the number 2 position? Is this about ministers at war? BJP party president Amit Shah blamed the media for spreading falsehoods. But while blaming the media, does the BJP need to consider that the problem may well be the battle within?
मैं देश की जनता को आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि जिस दिन मेरे अथवा मेरे परिवार के किसी सदस्य के ऊपर कोई आरोप प्रथम दृष्टया भी सिद्ध हो जाएगा, उस दिन इस राजनीति को ठोकर मारकर मैं घर बैठ जाऊंगा। मैंने राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष और प्रधानमंत्री जी दोनों साथ बैठे थे, हम सब लोग, और उस समय यह बात कही। उन्होंने भी पूरी तरह से इस पर आश्चर्य व्यक्त किया है और इसे उन्होंने पूरी तरह से बेबुनियाद और निराधार।
So the gravity of the crisis, as it were, can be seen by the fact that not just did Rajnath Singh go on record, even the Prime Minister's office and the party president went on record. Overtly, everyone is rallying behind Rajnath Singh. But how did it get to this point? Is the media to blame, or is this a trust deficit right at the very top? Let's introduce our panel this evening. Joining us now, senior leader of the BJP, Sudhanshu Trivedi. From the Congress, we're joined by Salman Soz, leader of the party as well as its spokesperson. And also joining me on the panel this evening is Aarti Jairat, senior columnist and journalist. Sudhanshu Trivedi, I'd like to start by asking you that it's pretty unprecedented for the Prime Minister's office to actually respond to what all of you are calling a rumour. Can we take it to believe that Mr. Rajnath Singh was so angry that he complained to the RSS, he complained to the Prime Minister, and he absolutely demanded this public rebuttal?
Actually, there are two aspects of this problem. Number one, that rumours were going on in the daily circles regarding so many ministers of our cabinet. As far as Sri Rajnath Singh is concerned, those who are well versed in political arena of Delhi, they know that he is a person of very composed nature, and he is a very, you can say, very soft spoken person. He doesn't take criticism in a very reactionary manner. But what happens when this type of rumours keep on going for such a long period, and it seems that there is a malicious propaganda against so many ministers and particularly against Sri Rajnath Singh's son.
So whose propaganda was this, Sudhanshu ji? Whose propaganda was this? Was it his detractors within? Was it his rivals within? Ye rumors kisne philaaye?
If you look at the statement of our national president Sri Amit Shah, it has been indicated that a section of media somehow got misled or become knowingly or unknowingly an instrument of propagating this type of
thing. Who would have given the media the story?
And he has urged.
The media can't make up these stories. Somebody is saying this to the media. The BJP leaders or people who know the dynamics of the BJP are obviously saying this, Sudhanshu Trivedi. Why will I, as a journalist, for example, make up a story?
What happens, sometime something comes in the gossip and it keeps on building up, brewing up, and then after certain time, somebody starts keep on believing it, as if it may be correct, and if it thinks an spicy, juicy type of thing. So, sometime, knowingly or unknowingly, I'm not totally blaming the intent of media.
Yes.
Sometime media fell prey to these type of attractions, and that creates a problem. So, we request that media should try to substantially verify the facts and then only react.
Salman Soz, at one level, this is the internal matter of the BJP. The Congress should have nothing to say to it. But the Congress has chosen to react to it even at its official press briefing. How is this any of the Congress's business?
Hello.
This is the business of the country. We're talking about the Home Minister of this country, who is the de facto number 2 in the government. And as Mr. Trivedi said, that he is a calm and composed person, does not react. But the way the Home Minister made this issue very, very public and basically targeted people within his own party. So I think this is, and it is about allegations of corruption, allegedly by his own son. So this is not a private matter. Party politics may be party politics, that may be internal to their thing, but we're talking about corruption in high places, and that is the national interest matter. You know, and by the way, you have to keep in mind, Barkha, that they just came out with this new list of marked darshaks and all this yesterday, Mr. Rajnath Singh being one of them. But the ultimate Mook Darshak, the ultimate silent spectator, the Prime Minister actually, his office spoke about this issue. The BJP President is speaking about this issue. There's clearly something going on within the BJP.
How is he a silent
clearly
spectator?
It is not
coming from Salman, somebody whose government was led by Manmohan Singh, who never spoke. How are you calling Narendra Modi a silent spectator?
You take as many, you know, this country is faced with many serious issues. Whenever there's something of great import for this country, you find the Prime Minister wanting. But today, his office, in great alacrity, decided to say that this is untrue, these are baseless allegations and all this stuff. Whereas Mr. Rajnath Singh pointedly made reference to his own people who are not happy that he is number 2. Now, who's not happy that he's number 2? And what are these allegations about his son? Now, that is corruption, that is conflict of interest, and we want to get to the bottom of this. So this is not a private matter. This is not BJP politics. This is national interest.
There is actually no basis to detail what the alleged sort of charges were around Mr. Rajnath Singh's son. They've been rubbished by the government today. And as Sudhanshu Trivedi is saying, these are rumors that have been swirling around in Delhi circles. But do you think the BJP is fair in blaming the media or a section of the media?
You know, Barkha, it's a politician's habit to shoot the messenger, always.
Yeah.
And the media is always attacked when something like this happens. The point really here is, I think what we need to identify is what is the source of these rumors. The media is certainly not the source of the rumors. The media may have picked up the rumors and printed them or talked about them, but the source of the rumors is somewhere else. And I think from the, you know, from the report, from the way Rajnath Singh has talked, from the fact that he took the matter to the party president and to the Prime Minister, would indicate that he seems to think the source of the rumors is somebody or some people within his own party. Now, I think that is something that the BJP and the Prime Minister need to worry about, because it shows that the dissensions that marked the BJP over the last 10 years are not over. The internal faction fighting, the, you know, the sort of power play that went on. I mean, obviously all that continues. We thought that the rise of Narendra Modi and the party's decisive victory in the Lok Sabha elections would put a stop to all that.
Let me
but
take that
clearly the power struggle is not over.
Sudhanshu Trivedi, respond to that. The fact that Rajnath Singh actually went to the Prime Minister, the fact that Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah have responded, this gives, in a sense, strength to the perception that this is the battle inside. After all, if this was just about the media, why would Narendra Modi, for example, need to respond? Why would Amit Shah need to respond? Why would there have been so many reactions at an official level, Sudhanshu?
The Prime Minister office and the President need to respond because the matter relates to the highest office in the government of India, one of the highest offices. So it is the question of the integrity and the credibility of the government. So obviously, they should respond to restore those things. Second thing, I would like to say that as far as if you look the press release of the PMO and of the party president, it is clear that those who are indulged in this rumor mongering are motivated to malign the image of the government and the party.
Do you accept?
Second thing,
do you accept that these detractors? Do you accept, Sudhanshu Trivedi? Do you accept that these detractors are inside the Sangh Parivar?
Let me complete.
Do you accept that?
As far as Sri Rajnath Singh is concerned, he has not made any indication or any sort of allegation towards any person within the government or within the party.
Okay. Can I ask you quickly to respond to the perception that he has been steadfastly sidelined, Sudhanshu Trivedi? His son Pankaj has been denied a ticket in the by-elections. He was not even allowed to appoint his own private secretary. And then, of course, he's been bypassed in the appointments committee. So there's a growing perception that this is a part of, and Rajnath has been sidelined.
It is a very peculiar logic and to certain extent a ridiculous logic when on one extent you say that the person who is number 2 and who is the Home Minister of the country and who was just few months back was joining hands in hands along with our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi to lead an historical victory in the party, which has been duly acknowledged by all the workers and the party president. And if this type of interpretations were given, this is false. Our government is working with full harmony, and there is no question of sidelining any minister for that matter, or anybody from the PMO or other things. These are the sole creation of the imagination of media.
Okay, so the media is the punching bag this evening, but Salman Soz, the question is this: is the Congress clutching at straws here? You're saying it's not a private matter, but frankly, I fail to understand. Given that in the Congress times you had ministers squabbling openly, you had Digvijay Singh and P. Chidambaram, for example, disagreeing in public. You had Jairam Ramesh leaking letters, as it's now clear, against colleagues. So why is the Congress crowing about this?
No, it's not a matter of crowing, about this. The thing is that if you have disagreements between ministers, that's a healthy thing. There should be. I mean, what kind of you would have groupthink. You would basically, if you're all thinking about the same thing, you all talk the same way.
It's healthy for the Congress, but unhealthy for the BJP.
No, but here we are not talking about disagreements. Here we are talking about allegations of corruption against. Maybe he's the number two. Maybe he's a distant number two in the government. But at the same time, he's a senior member of the party. He was a former president. He's the home minister. Now, Mr. Rajnath Singh has access to the Intelligence Bureau and other agencies. Surely he knows what's going on. I think what happened here was that nobody was really listening to him, and he precipitated matters by going public.
Okay.
And he's basically forced some sort of a clarification from the Prime Minister's office and the BJP president.
Okay.
But this is not about disagreement within the government. This is about allegations of corruption against the son of Mr. Rajnath Singh.
Aarti,
and those should be probed if there is any truth to that.
Aarti, is it about those allegations, or is it about a turf war? Is it about Rajnath Singh being sidelined, or is this about the RSS and the Sangh also asserting its weight against the influence of Narendra Modi? Because Rajnath Singh is somebody who's known to have been very close to the RSS. Aarti.
Well, I think, I don't think the RSS is really a part of this. The fact is that, whatever Sudhanshu Trivedi may say, when the Prime Minister went to Brazil for the BRICS summit, he did not leave Rajnath Singh in charge, as has been the norm in the past. When the Prime Minister has travelled, he's always appointed a number two who would, call a cabinet meeting if necessary. This time the Prime Minister left it to a collective. I think he left it to the Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs or something like that. So the fact is that Mr. Rajnath Singh is not a clearly defined number two in the government. And I think certainly, Rajnath Singh is feeling quite, upset about this, because he was party president. He was very much a part of this, the march to victory by the BJP in the 2014 elections. And I think he feels he hasn't been given his due. And Barkha, it's very interesting, the timing, at which the timing that he's chosen to raise this issue. This is when bypolls in Uttar Pradesh are due.
Yes.
Very important bypolls in Uttar Pradesh are due. The BJP has just suffered some sort of a defeat in Bihar at the hands of the Lalu Nitish combine.
Okay.
And I think it's very important, and that's kind of damaged the, sort of image of the government to some extent. It certainly dented this perception that there's a huge Modi wave in the country still. And I think that these UP bypolls are very, very crucial. And you know how important Rajnath Singh is for the BJP in UP.
So what are you suggesting, Aarti? What are you suggesting? You're saying, before I get to Sudhanshu Trivedi, what are you suggesting?
I'm saying that these rumors have been swirling around for quite some time.
Why
has he chosen this point to go public with it?
Good question. Sudhanshu Trivedi, let's bring you in now. First, let me ask you, how upset is Rajnath Singh? You know him very well. How upset is he really? Did he take this to the Prime Minister himself? Did he take this to the RSS?
Actually, if you look at Rajnath Singh's entire political career, thrice he remained the national president of the party, thrice the union cabinet minister and the chief minister of the biggest state of India, with an unblemished record, unblemished reputation. So definitely he is a man with having sensitivity, commitment to the ideology, and if these type of rumors keep on hitting. So definitely he was upset. But let me complete two things.
Yeah.
I heard the argument of Aarti Jairath. I am a little bit surprised. She is such a learned and senior journalist. Is it technically, legally and constitutionally possible that the Prime Minister of India goes abroad without giving a proper clear-cut command? She should revisit her logic, and reconfirm her information.
Okay.
Third thing, as
Yes.
far as Salman shows is concerned, I don't think they should try to put a question mark on our party. In their party, there was no need of doing anything. The openly Rahul Gandhi tearing apart the ordinance and openly demeaning the authority of Manmohan Singh, and Manmohan Singh was not even reacting even after that. So their condition was much more different. Their sensitivity, integrity and everything was,
Okay.
there was a class difference between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the UPA government.
I'll allow Salman Soos 15 seconds and then Aarti gets the last word. Salman, quickly, I'm out of time.
You know, Mr. Trivedi, you know, let's talk about Mr. Rajnath Singh. The only thing he did not do is cry. But basically, he has somehow appealed fervently to anybody who would listen to him that there are people inside your party who are gunning for him. And that is a fact, no matter how much you blame the media. No matter how much you try to evade the issue. There's something going on in your political party,
Okay.
but perhaps there is corruption. We should get to the bottom of it. If you're really about good governance, get to the bottom of it.
I have to intervene here. I'll give Aarti Jairat the last word. Aarti, go ahead. Sudhanshu Trivedi questioning, in a sense, your political acumen.
No, I think Sudhanshu Trivedi very cleverly evaded answer to your direct questions. And I think really the point that needs to be made here is that I think the number one slot, everybody knows belongs to Narendra Modi. The fight now in the BJP is for the number 2 slot. And I think that's why, you know, we're seeing what has happened. It's now erupted. It's out in the open. And this is something the Prime Minister will have to address very quickly. Otherwise, we'll see more and more, you know, of such kind of fights coming out in public.
Sudhanshu Trivedi, very quickly, is Rajnath Singh the number 2? Is he the undisputed number 2 in the government?
That's why I was saying that
Is
media
he?
should not indulge in these type of speculation, and we are not at all interested that who is number 2, who is number 3. The entire government is working with full coordination, and as
Okay.
far as these technical constitutional things are concerned, go by the rule book, see that sequence of events and others type of whatever procedures and tradition, and you will get a clear-cut answer.
We leave it there. Sudhanshu Trivedi, Salman Soos, Aarti Jairat, thanks for joining us on a day when the Prime Minister, the party president have all come out in support of an angry Rajnath Singh. Has the last word on what seems to be a divide within, though nobody in the BJP will concede it. Has the last word on that been spoken? The jury is still out on that.